a place where I love to be. Look in a book, here's a story for you. Who makes stories when the day is through? Who makes stories when the day is through? Story makers, working through the night till the rising sun. Story makers, stories are fabulous, stories are fun.
Webster Wordsworth.
Jelly and Jackson,
Working through the night till the rising sun. Story makers, stories are fabulous, stories are fun. Come and be a story maker.
there we are.
Yeah, I think it is. It's time to go home, everyone. Let's go.
Story makers. Story makers. Story makers.
It's midnight in the library. Hello.
Time for all story makers to come out. Are you ready?
The sun is down, the stars are bright. Story makers come out at night. Hello, I'm Webster Wordsworth, magical maker of stories. Would you like to make some stories too?
Look at all these things, Jelly.
Yeah, well, Jackson, guess what? All these things make a noise. Yeah, I heard the children talking about it today because it's Senses Week in the library, and today was all about hearing.
Oh, yes, because look, the arrow on the census board is pointing to ear
Yes.
and here. That's because we hear with our ears.
Oh, Jackson,
What?
you made a rhyme.
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah. Did you hear the children singing the senses song?
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah.
Shall we sing it now?
Okay.
See, hear, smell, taste, touch. See, hear, smell, taste, touch. We use our senses ever so much. See, hear, smell, taste, touch.
Oh, hello, my little furry
Hello,
friends.
Webster.
I liked your song ever so much.
Well, it was a
Thank
song
you.
all about the census because it's Census Week in the library.
Yeah, and all these things on the table make a noise.
Yes.
Yeah, can we try some of them?
Oh,
Yeah,
good
yeah,
idea,
yeah.
Jelly
Yeah.
Jew. Now, you can have this one.
Okay.
And I think I'll give this one to Jackson.
Thank you, Webster.
Right then, Jenny. Let's hear yours.
Okay. It makes a ringy
That's
sound.
because it's a telephone. You have to pick it up to stop it.
Oh, no, I don't want to.
Oh, I'll answer it.
Okay.
Hello.
Who is it?
Oh, it's for you, Jelly.
Oh, hello? Oh, hello, Florence. Yeah, I'm very fine. Yeah, I'm a bit busy at
Yeah,
the
she's
moment.
busy now. Thank you. Goodbye.
Oh, well then, Jackson. Let's hear what sound your funny cushion makes.
Okay. Oh, I think it's broken.
Oh, no,
Oh,
Jackson.
no.
I think you have to sit on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put it down there.
And
Sit on it.
that's good. It's a cheeky sound. I like
sorry.
it. It's your turn now, Red.
That's all right, my little friends. It's only an alarm clock.
Oh, make it stop, Webster.
Well, I could, but I've got a better idea. I'm going to use a ringing sound to make a story. That's it, clock. Ring and ring and ring, and we'll have a story about listening. Now, you'll help us, won't you?
Yes.
We need lots of imagination to make the story machine work.
Imagine.
Imagine. Imagine a story.
It's a playbook, and it's called Holly the Hearing Dog. Cock-a-doodle-doo! It's time to rise and shine. But Mum is still fast asleep. So is Lucy, and so is Mungo. Holly's awake, though, and she's really excited. It's time for her to go to work. The alarm clock's ringing, So it's time for Holly's first job. Wakey, wakey, Mum. Wakey, wakey, Lucy. Time to get up.
Wake up.
It's a beautiful day. Come on, Mungo. You wake up too.
Wake up.
It's time for breakfast. Holly has hers first so she can help Mum. We're having boiled eggs for breakfast, and they take exactly 5 minutes to cook. Boiled eggs with dippy toast soldiers. The eggs are ready, but only Holly can hear the alarm. Mum, Lucy and Mungo are deaf, so Holly hears for them. When Holly hears the alarm, she tells Mum by nudging her and leads her to where the sound is coming from. Holly is a hearing dog. Well done, Holly. Our eggs are perfectly cooked. It's time to eat our breakfast, but what about the toast? Oh no, it's burnt! And the smoker set an alarm off. Only Holly can hear it. This could be an emergency, so Holly rushes to Mum, but gives her a different signal this time. When Holly crouches with her tummy on the floor, Mum knows this is an emergency. Holly shows Mum the smoke alarm, and Mum realizes she's forgotten about the toast. Oh dear, the toast is very burnt. Perhaps we won't have dippy soldiers today. Don't worry, Mum. We don't mind just having eggs. Well done, Holly. Oh dear, time to go back to work again. Holly nudges Mum's leg and then shows her where the sound is coming from. It's the telephone this time. Because Mum can't hear, the telephone has a keyboard just like a computer. Mungo wants to show Mum something on his computer. But if he calls for Mum, she won't hear him. So Mungo asks Holly to go and get Mum. What is it, says Mum. And Holly leads her to Mungo. Thank you, Holly. We love Holly, our hearing dog.
So, a hearing dog helps people who are deaf.
Yes, Jackson. And in that story, Lucy and her family needed Holly to help them because they couldn't hear the telephone or the alarm.
Yeah, and when Holly heard the alarm, she nudged Lucy's mum, didn't she? Yeah, she's a clever dog. I bet she would like this.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Squeaky bone.
Yeah.
I'm sure she would.
Yes, but Webster, we didn't find out what sound that made.
Oh, no, we didn't. The alarm clock went off and disturbed us. Never mind, we'll find out now.
Okay.
But first, I've got a question to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
How can we tell when it's raining?
Oh, that's easy. The rain makes patterns on the window pane.
Yes, and when it rains, we feel all soggy because rain is wet, wet, wet.
So, we feel rain, and we see rain, and we hear rain.
Wow.
All our senses help us to find out about things all around us.
It's a rainy stick.
I think I like the squeaky thing better.
No, Jackson, it's too noisy.
Yes, it's just the sort of thing a dog would love.
Yes.
I know. Why don't we use the squeaks to make another doggy story?
Oh, yes, I'll put it in the story machine. Lots of squeaks into the story machine. There, that should do it. Now for the magic ingredient. You know what to do, don't you? Imagine. Imagine. Imagine a story. Oh, it's a Kevin the Spaceman story. And it's called Planet Quaver.
Kevin and Spanner in space to explore, seeking out planets never heard of before.
Kevin was confused. According to his space map, they had landed somewhere called Planet Quaver, so Kevin had expected the ground to quaver and wobble. Instead, they were standing on a surface of hard, shiny black and white slabs. "This is a very strange place," said Kevin. "Why should it be called Planet Quaver?" "What?" agreed Spanner. It was a good question. Then Kevin realised where they were. "Look, Spanner, we're standing on a giant keyboard. Planet Quaver must be a musical planet." Above the keys were huge speakers and coloured lights which flashed and winked. Kevin jumped up and down on the giant keys, but the keyboard didn't make a sound. Spanner spotted a huge red button, so he bounded over and jumped on it. Are you sure that was a good idea, Spanner?" stammered Kevin.
"Hey, thanks for turning me on,"
boomed a voice. It was coming from the keyboard speakers. Hello, I'm Kevin, and this is Spanner," said Kevin.
"Hey, Kevin and Spanner. Kevin Span sounds like a pop group,"
boomed the speakers.
"Say, you want to be pop stars, boys?"
"Well, I never really thought about a career in show business," said Kevin. Barked Spanner excitedly. He'd thought about it a lot.
"Well, why don't we make a hit single together? Just start pressing my keys and buttons and sing along."
Kevin and Spanner started jumping up and down on the keys and began their song.
Take me home, I'm lost in space. I need to join the human race. I'm lost in space. I'm lost in space. I'm lost in space.
"Wow, I'm blown away,"
said the speakers.
"That song's got #1 written all over it. Why don't you guys go on tour with me? I know you'll be huge stars."
Barked Spanner, who was desperate to become a pop star. Thank you for the offer," said Kevin, "but I think we should stick to exploring new planets. It's what we're best at, after all."
"Hey, that's a crying shame,"
grumbled Spanner. Kevin just didn't understand that the offer of pop stardom didn't come along every day, especially if you were a dog.
Story. Spanner wanted to be a pop star.
Oh, you're a bit like a pop star with your drum, aren't you, Webster? Yes. Can I have a go?
Oh, yes, of course you can. But you'll have to hit it quite hard because your hands aren't as big as mine.
Oh, no. Okay.
Excellent.
Yes.
Oh, I know. Why don't we have a sound song and we can use all these things to help us?
Oh, yes, okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. I can hear the sound of the drum.
I can hear the sound of the rain. I can hear a squeaky and something rather cheeky. That was fun. Let's do it all again. Do it again.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
After 3. I
can hear the sound of the drum. I can hear the sound of the rain. I can hear a squeaky and something rather cheeky. That was fun. Let's do it all again.
Webster, can we do it again?
Oh, no more. I think it's time to make another story with lots of interesting sounds in it.
Oh, yes, I've got an idea. Yeah, one of the children drew this picture of a big brass instrument, and it's called a tuba. Yeah, and I think it would make a very hooty-tooty story. Yeah. In it goes. Ready? Imagine a story. Oh, it's a blue cow story.
Ooh, and it's called Blue Cow's Moosical Day.
Blue
In a field not far away is a herd of cows grazing quietly. One of the cows is most unusual. Blue Cow wonders about the big world beyond her field. One day, Blue Cow was listening to the mooing of all the other cows. I wonder what it would be like to moo in tune. She's off again, said the other cows. So Blue Cow caught the bus that stops beside her field. I'd like a ticket to a place where moos sound tuneful, please. There you go, madam. Hold very tight. And they set off for a park in Croydon. And then they arrived. Blue Cow was standing in front of a bandstand. A band was playing some wonderful oompa music. And around the bandstand, people were sitting in deck chairs and listening. Suddenly, the shiny euphonium chose that moment to break down. The lovely music stopped, and the man with the euphonium went red in the face.
Oh, sorry, everyone. Me valves are all stuck. I can't do a thing with it.
Blue Cow walked up onto the bandstand. Hello, everyone. I'm Blue Cow. Can I help? I'm quite a good mooer. She was remembering the time she sang at a concert with Miss High Note.
Well, why not?
Said Matthew, the bandmaster, handing Blue Cow the music.
Come on, everyone. Let's give it another go. From the top. 2, 3, 4.
The piece began. The cornets crooned, the horns hooted, and the tubas tooted. And then it was time for Blue Cow's solo. It was wonderful. She mooed the notes as if she'd been doing it all her life. The piece came to a finish, and the audience went wild, clapping and cheering. And the rest of the band players cheered her too. Matthew was very pleased.
Thank you for making the music work. You must come and moo it with us again.
Oh, I'd love to, Matthew, said Blue Cow.
And maybe next time I can wear one of your lovely blue band uniforms too. You'll never guess where I've been.
Where have you been?
I mooed a solo with Croydon Band.
Everyone knows cows can't moo solos. But we know they can, don't we?
Blue Cow made some great mooing sounds.
Yeah, and there were lots of hooty-tooty instrument sounds, weren't there, Webster?
Yes, Shirley.
Yes.
We've heard lots of different sounds tonight.
But I think my favourite is the cheeky cushion.
Well, now, my friends, we must rest our ears because, look, the sun is coming up and it's time for us to go.
Oh, yes, the children will be coming soon.
Yes, my little treasures. Dawn is upon us. Morning is nigh. We've made our stories and we bid you goodbye.
Story makers, working through the night till the rising sun. Story makers.
Bye-bye.
Come back and see us soon.
Goodbye, Story Maker. Thanks for helping.